interview with Stephanie, I'll be talking to Olga Valero, who shares a little of her insight on her life review. My name is Stephanie, and I'm interviewing Olga Valero today for her life review. So, give us a little bit of information about you.
My name is Olga, like Stephanie said. I was raised in Del Rio, Texas. I'm 47 years old.
Okay, how many siblings do you have?
I have 4 siblings, and I have 4 sisters and 3 brothers.
Wow, that's a big family. So, how was it growing up with that many siblings?
It was hard, but we were very close, so we grew up happy.
Okay. What's your most vivid memory as a child?
Playing with my siblings, just enjoying family time.
Okay. What was your childhood like?
It was a very happy childhood. We had great parents. I had a great mother and a great father.
Were you a daddy's girl or a mama's girl?
A daddy's girl.
Were your parents strict?
Somewhat, not very strict, but they overprotective, I should say.
How old were you when you first got married?
I was 16 years old when I got married.
How many children did you have?
I had 3.
And are you still married?
No, I got divorced when I was 25 years old.
Okay. What did you do for work?
I was a nurse.
And did you enjoy that line of work?
I loved being a nurse.
How did you feel about raising your children?
It was hard. I was a single mother for many, many years, so it was very hard, but
what was the hardest part?
Working more than one job to be able to give them what they needed.
The easiest part?
I don't think there was an easy part.
Let me put it, is parenting easier now that you're older?
No, I think parenting is a lot harder now with my grandkids and then with me raising my granddaughter.
Okay. What do you remember most about your teenage years, your 20s?
Well, when I was 20, I already had 3 kids.
And your 30s?
My 30s was, I don't think it was nothing fun because I already had kids and I was working more than one job, but my family was very supportive, so.
What about your 40s? So by your 40s, were your children gone by then?
Yes, by the time I was 40, all my kids were gone, and basically I was left by myself.
Did you rekindle any love?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now that you're almost 50, is there anything you wish you would have done differently?
There's a lot of things that I could have done different. Maybe not working so hard and spending more time with my kids. Going back to school, staying in school, doing a lot more school things.
Stress a little bit more about that.
I always wanted to pursue my career in nursing. I never had the opportunity to continue school, so I would have loved doing that.
Mm-hmm. There's some ages we don't look forward to. What birthday were you the least enthusiastic about and why?
My 40s, when I turned 40, and because I realized that I was getting older.
Okay. How do you feel about growing older now?
No, I'm ready.
You're ready?
I'm ready to retire.
What's the hardest thing about getting older, do you think?
The body aches.
And the easiest?
I'm just thinking that I'm getting closer to retirement.
Okay. What concerns do you have about the future?
Stability, a place to live, a place that I can say that I'm going to stay here until the end of my days.
If you live another 30 years, what do you see yourself doing? So at this time, you'll be 78 years old. So where do you see yourself at 78?
Hopefully retired, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying my grandkids and my kids.
What is your perspective on death?
I worry about death right now because I still have Lily, but I'm not afraid.
Okay. What death have you encountered in your personal life?
Just my father's.
Was it pretty bad?
It was very, very bad.
Okay. A lot of times people say like they're not used to this idea because they haven't encountered death in many parts. Is that what you went through? You hadn't encountered very much death until that.
Well, I was a bit younger when my grandmother died, but I don't think it was as hard as when my dad died. I realized that no one lived forever.
So personally, have you developed any kind of future or any kind of plans for the future when you do pass?
I don't want to leave anything pending behind. I'm hoping that by then my life will be settled to where I can just die in peace.
What do you define as a good life?
Enjoyed life. I have definitely enjoyed life and lived every moment, every hour of the day to the fullest. So I have had a very good life.
What do you know now that you wish you would have known when you were young?
Um, that I should have listened to my parents. I was very young when I got married, so I should have waited. I should have done a lot more things before having kids or getting married.
What do you see as your place or purpose in life?
Well, I think my purpose in life was definitely to teach my kids a good example. Um,
How would you like your grandchildren and your children to remember you by?
an awesome grandma.
What would they say about you?
I think they would probably say that I was pretty fun.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
If I had 3 wishes, one of the first wishes would be to finally have my own home. Second wish is for my to be able to see my grandkids grow and have their own lives, and then the third one, just to be happy with my family.
What's the highest honor you've ever received?
Um, Work-wise,
In general, life-wise,
in general,
anything that you feel was
well, I think my biggest that I have received it has definitely been by my grandkids.
okay. What's the one thing you always wanted but never received?
More boys in the family. I don't know.
Or babies?
More babies, more grandkids.
With your current health status, are you scared of dying?
Yes, right now it does scare me to die. I don't want to die right now.
Are you healthy?
Yeah, most part.
Do you wish you were healthier?
Oh, definitely, yes.
What is your plan to live longer?
I need to lose weight. I need to diet, exercise, and just maintain myself healthy.
So if you were to die tomorrow, would you be ready? Would your
No.
family be ready?
No,
Do you often think about them?
I do. I do think about it. I'm not ready.
Do you think about your funeral?
Yes, I do.
Do you think about death in the family?
Yes, I do.
What are your thoughts on your funeral? What do you plan on doing with your body? Are you an organ donor? Do you want to be cremated?
I am an organ donor, and I do want to be cremated, but I also want to make sure that if I am an organ donor, the only reason I would do it is if I haven't been suffering for a long time, but if I have been in a bit and suffering, and at the end, if my decision is to just die in peace, then that's what I want to do.
Okay. Any last thoughts today?
Well, I just want to say that live life as much as you could possibly do.
Okay. And that was Olga Valero's life review. It's important to think about the future as well as the past, and also think about death in situations, not just when it occurs in your own lifetime. And again, my name is Stephanie. Thank you for joining us today. Bye.
Bye.